Hi everyone, I'm going to show you how you can create your own shadows in Photoshop now. So I've got this image, cupcake, a muffin, and I need to draw an area where I want my shadow to go. I've got sort of two shadows going off in the distance, so I'm going to try and draw an area down at the front. Now the best way to do that is to use this tool on the left, the lasso tool, and you want it to be this top one, okay, because that's the free one that you can draw whichever shape you want. Now I'm just going to draw really loosely the area that I want. So I sort of want it to go like that, and keeping hold of the button on my mouse, and I want it to go like that. Okay, now I need to make sure the edge is really soft so the shadow looks natural. So before I click anything else, at the top I press refine edge, okay, and that's what the shadow would look like. That's the shape. I want to make it a little bit smoother, so I drag smooth up, and this feather is how soft the edge is. So I'm going to make the edge really soft like that. Okay, I'm going to press OK. Now I need to make, if I brush straight onto this layer, I won't be able to edit the shadow. So I'm going to make a new blank layer above that. And to do that, just press this little button here, create a new layer. Okay, so whatever I paint into this section will go onto layer 3 up here. So I'm just going to use the brush tool, so I press B on my keyboard. The brush is set to black, and I'm just going to brush. Okay, so you can see that the edge is very soft because I used that feather tool before. Obviously, you can change the color of your brush. So if you want your shadow to look the same color as these, you would click on the color, use the dropper, press OK, and you could use that sort of color instead. Alright, now just for this I'm going to keep it black. So once you've got that, press Ctrl D to deselect. You can then use any other tool like you normally would on this section. So if I want to move the shadow, I can move it up a little bit. If I want to make it bigger, I can press Ctrl T and drag the corners down. If I keep hold of Control on my keyboard, I can change the shape of the shadow a little bit if I want to, like that. I think that looks not too bad. So press Enter then. And obviously this shadow is far too black, it doesn't look natural. So I could have a play around with the blending modes. So I'm just going to scroll through these on my keyboard, a little bit dramatic. That one and that one look more natural. So soft light or overlay. I think because the colour's so strong, that's all I'm going to get. So I'm going to leave it to normal, and then I'm going to play around with the opacity. So I can make the opacity a little bit lighter, and that looks a little bit more normal there as well. Okay, so you can use this to add shadows anywhere, but the aim is to make them look as natural as possible. Okay.